I'd make one other point before I pass over to Greg, and that is obviously tonight I'll be heading off to the G20 Leaders Summit, as well as the COP26 in Glasgow. The world is reaching what I think is a critical point in our health and economic recovery from COVID, and that will be a keen focus of the discussions that I know we'll be having there. The multilateralism of vaccines and the 60 million doses that Australia has already committed, and I was speaking about these last night as part of the East Asia Summit, which I participated in. I also note that yesterday, in our meeting of the first ever Australia ASEAN's ongoing annual dialogue, that we achieved a comprehensive strategic partnership, that is an elevation to a comprehensive strategic partnership level relationship with ASEAN. Now, that is the first such partnership ASEAN has entered into with any country in the world. Such is the closeness of our relationship with our friends and partners here in Southeast Asia that ASEAN has selected Australia to be their first comprehensive strategic partner, and no doubt there will be others. But our long-standing relationship with our ASEAN partners, I think, has been recognised in that being able to be achieved yesterday. And I thank particularly Minister Payne for all the tremendous work that she has done on that task. And so, whether it's in summits like that or others, this issue of reaching that critical point on our health and economic recovery from COVID will be a keen focus of discussion amongst G20 leaders, and ensuring there's equitable and safe access to effective vaccines. Another key issue that I'll be raising, though, will be that we need to fully harness the benefits of digitalisation. But in doing that, making sure the rules that apply in the real world apply in the digital world. I will continue to press, as Australia always has, and show the leadership on this issue globally, that we must hold social media platforms to account. They're publishers, not just platforms. And particularly when they allow people to anonymously go on their platforms and publish their vile rubbish, whether that is to bully a young girl or target people online or to push defamatory statements out against people, and to do so anonymously with impunity. That's not freedom of speech, that's just cowardice, and we cannot have that thrown up on our social media platforms to Australians in this country. It's not just a problem here in Australia, it's a problem all around the world. We led the charge together with New Zealand and France after the Christchurch massacre. And I took that to the G20 in Osaka, and we achieved a global leaders statement that is followed through with real action to ensure that the internet and particular social media platforms are not used as a weapon by terrorists. But they're still being used as a weapon right now, destroying the mental health of our young people, destroying lives. And it's just not on in this country. The online privacy draft legislation that we've already released, and people are aware of that today, that builds on so many of the other things we've already done on takedown powers, the e-Safety Commissioner. Australia is leading in this area, and I'll be raising that with other G20 leaders when I'm there, because we have to go further than we are now. Of course, at COP26, I'll have the privilege of being able to confirm Australia's commitment to have a target of net zero by 2050, and of course to update our projections as part of our nationally determined contributions that our 26 to 28% target we anticipate will be exceeded with a 35% reduction in our emissions by 2030.